Welcome back to Real Lounge Entertainment. As always, I'm Mike. Yesterday or the day before, I brought you a video talking about all the Puppet Master movies in the series, all 15. And one of the positives I had for that was some of the puppets are pretty cool. So today I want to bring you a ranking of the top 8 or so puppets that I like and why I like them. Now, there's a lot more than 8 that appear in these movies, but some appear in 1 or 2 scenes in one movie or 2 movies. So I'm just going to pick out the 8 that appear the most prominently in these movies and have something to talk about. So here we are. Remember to like, subscribe, comment. What's your favorite puppet from the Puppet Master series? And let's have a chat about why you like that one and compare it to other people's. Coming in at number 8 is Decapitron from number 4 and 5. I do not really care for this puppet. He has like this metal dome head, and it can change how he looks. Doesn't really bring anything to it. It's other than that, it's kind of a pretty boring thing, and he only appears in those 2 movies, and after that, you never even hear from him again. So kind of pointless, but he did appear in a couple movies in a prominent role. Toulon overtakes him and talks, which the effects are pretty bad on that. But so number 8. Here's a controversial one because I'm sure most people have this one higher, but I have my reasons, and that is number 7 is Leech Lady. Leech Lady is that little white doll one, and she will crawl on you. I think she's Asian, and she crawls on you, and like spits out leeches in your mouth, and those leeches overtake you and kill you and stuff like that. Now, this movie, it's a cool design. It's a cool puppet idea. My problem is, number 1, it doesn't look like any other puppets. It looks a lot more lifelike, which is a positive, I want to say. But realistically, Leech Lady shouldn't really be able to take over anybody because all you gotta do is swat her away. She slowly crawls on you for like 2 minutes up to your mouth, and then you have to have your mouth open for the leech to get in too. So roll over, smack her off, keep your mouth shut. Leech Lady makes no real sense whatsoever. So for that reason alone, she's at number 7. But overall, it is a cool design and fit for more like full-on horror movie that could be a single movie actually. Now, number 6 is Jester. This is another popular one that will probably piss some people off to have him at number 6, but he's a cool design. He appears in most of the movies, but he doesn't really do anything. In fact, in one of the movies, he's just kind of like sick the whole entire time, and he looks like he's like crying or whatever, whining, but he looks really cool. It's just he doesn't do anything. I don't even remember. I don't think he kills anybody in these movies because he has no weapons that I know of, but maybe I just forgot. So if I forgot, let me know. Number 5 is Tunneler. Now, Tunneler's pretty cool. He's got like the drill thing on his head. His face, I don't know. The face doesn't work for me, but the drill part is cool. He'll like run at you like this and like drill into you. So he, out of all of them, he's one of the more horror-filled ones because it's going to be a little bit gory, and he does have some kills in the series. So that's pretty cool. But the face, a little bit questionable on that one. But overall, he's definitely, if you're going to have multiple puppets, he's a good one to have in your rotation. Number 4 is Six Shooter. Now, Tunneler and Six Shooter is probably the two I went back and forth on the most. If I want, 6, 7, which one's going to be 4, which one's going to be 5. And so I went Six Shooter, number 4. I'd like the cowboy style. He's got 6 arms, 6 guns, very effective, pretty cool. And he's also the only one who really makes noise. He does all these like, hey, 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 like laughs and grunts and stuff like that. He doesn't appear in the first couple, but then appears, and then he's like prominent throughout the rest of the series. Cool design, cool cowboy, and one of the most effective of the puppets. Now, coming to number 3 is Pinhead, who's one of the classic designs. Big body, big hands, small little Pinhead. Very cool. If you're going to give one of them a hug, it's going to be Pinhead because when they're like more heroes in the movie, he's definitely the one that's like the gentle giant and stuff like that. Overall, cool design. He's just super strong. So he's in the early films, he's got a lot of scenes. Then they kind of just keep him around because it's a classic character that would probably make people mad if he didn't appear in them. So Pinhead, number 3. Also, it's not Pinhead from Hellraiser, so don't picture that. Number 2, we have Torch. Torch gets up here. He doesn't appear in the first couple movies, but once we get into the World War II Nazi stuff, he appears. He has a really cool design. The mouth is like bullets, and he's got like a blowtorch thing that like torches people. So he's number 2 just because like on design alone, if I had to choose one, he's probably the coolest looking one. So if I was buying puppets of Puppet Master, he's definitely gonna be on the top 3 that I buy. I would only maybe get Pinhead or Blade above just because they're more like you see those two and you think Puppet Master. But Torch is one of the most effective ones. He looks the coolest, and I've not much else to say about it. So of course, number 1 has got to be Blade. How do you put anyone else above Blade? He's that little white one with the black eyes. He's got one blade and like one hook. Probably just mixed up the arms. So if you're a true fan, I'm sorry. Uh, and overall, he's just kind of like the main puppet. Has been from the get go. He's like a little spy at the beginning, and we get different versions of him. We get like a version where from the past when he's like more wooden and the carving isn't as strong. But overall, Blade is throughout the whole series, and he just iconic look, honestly. If you're only going to pick one puppet, it's got to be Blade. He's on the covers and stuff like that. Looks pretty sweet. Is the most effective out of all the puppets. So it's got to be Blade at number 1. So let me know down in the comments how would you rank these puppets? Are there any of the puppets that I left off this list, some of your favorites? Or are some of these on this list would not even make your top 8? So thanks for watching, and check us out for more Halloween content all through October. And join us on TikTok, where Tyler's been going live. Thanks for watching.